What's going on, guys? Bexio back, and today we had a brand new video, this time on Dogecoin and Elon Musk and the problems that there might be between the two being involved together. We made a video the other day on Dogecoin because Elon Musk sent out a tweet about Tesla accepting Dogecoin for their merch. We went deep into detail of like what's he actually going to do with it compared to Bitcoin. But now there's something that I looked at as kind of weird that happened with that tweet and the timings and the price movement, as well as this Dogecoin kind of hype train and the problems that have seen themselves come up because of Elon Musk getting involved with Dogecoin and the amount of hype that it originally got. But before we get into that, if you are not subscribed, smash that sub button because we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. But right here, we can see, obviously, this is the tweet, and we can see the time. It was at 1:18 a.m. on January 14th. If we just simply go to the Dogecoin price chart, we can see this is the week. I'll let you take a guess. Where do you think this tweet happened? You would be right if you thought this pump move up. But zooming in on this, we know that it was 1:18 a.m. You can't go down that identical or that much in depth here. But if you go to January 14th at 1 a.m., this is about this like move down here, right? Basically, right where that dot is this 1 a.m. Even there you go, 114. It's 118, but the 114. And the weird thing is, this run up has already started before that tweet went out. So does that mean somebody knows what Elon Musk is doing, what Tesla's doing? Is it Tesla insiders that know this news is coming out and they front run the price? Because after we see this and the tweet came out, massive spike from the tweet as expected, but the move up has already started. It was at this 16-cent mark, and this move up to 18, almost 19 cents already started. And then obviously the move up from there, from 19 cents to 20 cents, maybe even close to 21 could have been. And then you see this it just starts moving down. So the big question is, were there insiders in Tesla that traded this before it became public knowledge? Was it Elon doing this? I doubt he would do it and risk a bunch of this SEC stuff and problems with them because he doesn't even need to worry about that and have that as a headache. Oh, but are there people who know that this is going on? Is it people close to Elon? Is it people in Tesla and kind of front running this market? Because if you look at the chart, it looks like we have this run up leading up to the tweet, and then the spike from the tweet, probably for all the retailers going into Dogecoin, and then a massive sell off. So we also see the massive pump in volume. Obviously, the massive amounts of volume happened after the tweet came out, but there was still volume going up leading up to this tweet. And then obviously tons of volume with the price going down. So people selling their Dogecoin to the people buying. So it's really weird to see that price action when you have, Elon Musk making tweets. Everyone's kind of used to it being Elon Musk tweets, the price skyrockets, and everything goes good. But as we've seen pretty much lately, I mean, Dogecoin's down so much from, it was like 75 cents that it got to, something crazy, and it's down to 16 cents. And even if you look longer term, so even if we go back to this and look longer term, so even just comparing this, obviously, this was before all this stuff, major hype, pushes it all the way to 60. I think it got to like 70 or 75 cents on maybe some exchanges. Maybe it just doesn't have it here on Coin Market Cap. But this peak here, and then the entire market got cut in half. The Bitcoin FUD, the China Bitcoin ban, the mining ban, kicking out miners, hash rate cut in half. All of that stuff happened here. And we see this drop down to 17 cents. And the lowest it gets is around that 17 cents, almost dipping under it. Then we see it kind of have a little bit of a bounce up, continuing this downtrend. And even just looking at this was the tweet right here. The tweet, massive spike. We're seeing it already come all the way back down. But looking longer term, you look at the price right here. We are literally at the same spot in Dogecoin right now than what it was after the market got cut in half. So comparing that to Bitcoin, if you were to look at Bitcoin, so Bitcoin went to 29K, went all the way back up to make a new all-time high, Dogecoin didn't make a new all-time high, and Dogecoin is at that same level. That would be like Bitcoin being at $29,000 right now. So when you have something based off of so much hype, and that's what you're relying on, once you get that initial hype, it can take off like a rocket ship. We saw that happen. Went to 70 cents, 75, whatever it was. And then that collapse, especially on something dedicated to hype with no real underlying utility, no cap. It makes 10,000 Dogecoin per minute are made for the block size. The blockchain is very large. It goes to show once this hype goes away, it is very hard to get that back, because people who bought in at 50 cents, even people bought in at 20 cents, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 cents, even bought the peak 75 cents. They have a massively bad taste in their mouth because of how much money they lost. And it's a lot of people who got that. So it's a lot of people who are probably looking at Dogecoin saying never again. And it's something, when you rely on hype, it just doesn't work out for you. We can see that hype here on the Google trend. So obviously we see initial spikes up, kind of early days of, I think, Elon Musk maybe talking about Dogecoin. And then we have this massive spike. Lots of interest during this time. This was the SNL period when Elon Musk went on SNL. Everyone speculated, is he going to talk about Dogecoin? Is he going to pump Dogecoin, do it all the way, Dogecoin to $1? That was peak euphoria and hype for Dogecoin. It'll never get higher than that, probably. And you see it fall off of a cliff into nothing, into like nobody cares. Just nobody's interested. You know, people got wrecked buying the top, absolutely got devastated, lost tons of money. People just aren't interested in it at all. Even if you compare this chart to something like a Bitcoin for the same, so this is the same past 12 months, you see there's kind of similar in the time period where Bitcoin interest got really high during that SNL time, a little bit after the SNL period. And then it's going down, and it has been trending down, but it doesn't go that low. It doesn't go into the single digits of interest, kind of keeps people's interest. And when you compare this interest with the Bitcoin price, you see the price is very high for this level of interest, because the last time this level of interest was here, the price was much lower. But if you look at Dogecoin, it doesn't look like people are interested at all in Dogecoin anymore. And that's not the story with Bitcoin. You see, it's kind of average, kind of people still interested, keeping up with it, you know, maybe looking up the news, seeing what's happening, checking the price, doing all that kinds of stuff. And then Dogecoin is just dead. It's just people not even thinking about getting involved in it. So there's two ways to look at it. Some people would say that's the best time to buy because of all this stuff. But Dogecoin is a meme coin. The utility isn't there. And then when you go into these more other coins like Bitcoin, utility, when interest is down, even interest right now in Bitcoin is relatively down. The market's in a pretty bad spot. It's very bearish. Buying Bitcoin now could turn out to be a good thing in the future. It could turn out to be a lucrative kind of investment opportunity. But that's because there's underlying utility, lots of people getting involved. There's countries still talking about it. All of these people adopting it. Adoption moves forward. The only thing Dogecoin has is Elon Musk talking about it, talking about Tesla accepting it for their merch and trying to push it himself. And everyone looks to Elon and only Elon for Dogecoin pumpage. There's nothing else going on in Dogecoin, at least that I know of anyone else talking about it, any other companies talking about it, countries, anything really going on with kind of Dogecoin adoption. But that's kind of some of the massive problems I think we're seeing with Dogecoin and Elon Musk. The combination of the two, it worked out really good early. The hype was there. The price pumped. Everyone was making a lot of money. Everyone was paper rich. If they didn't sell, they saw paper riches, and they might have rode it all the way back down to actually losing money in Dogecoin. And that'll put a very, very bad taste into anybody's mouth or vision of a asset when you have that happen. And when you rely solely on Elon and you look at him and say he's going to tweet something, I mean, that's a pretty obvious problem. And you look compared to Bitcoin, the fall from Bitcoin 69K to like 42K we're at right now, that's going to leave less of a bad taste in someone's mouth if they bought the top and are sitting on it right now. They continue dollar cost averaging in, but they can see the adoption and something into the future looking forward. They can see countries adopting it. They can see companies adopting it, wanting to put it on their balance sheet. actually putting it on their balance sheet, and the Lightning Network continuing to adopt, move forward, layer 2 scaling. Just there's so many things looking out in the future, and maybe I'm just not involved enough in Dogecoin to know these Dogecoin things, but the comparison of the two is, the hype cycle for Dogecoin seems to have gone away. That's gonna do it for this video, guys. As always, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in my next video.